This is Shreya and welcome to News World. The disengagement process between armies of India and China at friction points along the line of actual control (LAC) in eastern Ladakh completed on Wednesday, and the Chinese troops have moved back by approximately 2 kilometers, Indian Army sources said. Disengagement between troops of India and China has been completed today at patrolling point 15. The Chinese troops have moved back by approximately 2 kilometers, the Army sources said. COVID-19 updates. WHO team to visit Beijing to trace the origin of virus. China said on Wednesday that a team of World Health Organization (WHO) will visit the country to trace the origin of COVID-19. Coronavirus update. With 24,248 new cases, India has now replaced Russia as the country with third most COVID-19 infections. The total number of coronavirus cases in India stands at 7,12,920 and 20,073 people have died from the disease so far. Hundreds of scientists, meanwhile, have claimed there is evidence that novel coronavirus and smaller particles in the air could infect people. They have called for the World Health Organization to revise its recommendations. Coronavirus World Update. As many as 1,16,24,659 people around the world have been diagnosed with COVID-19. So far, 65,79,153 have recovered and 5,38,124 have died, according to the Worldometer. Country-wise, the United States remains the most affected with 30,02,381 coronavirus cases and 1,32,568 deaths. Italian Marines case ruling won't affect India's right in exclusive economic zones. The judgment by an international court claiming Italian Marines enjoyed immunity since they were serving their country could set a dangerous precedent, says senior jurist P.S. Narasimha. The ruling in the Italian Marines case by the Permanent Court of Arbitration at Hague will not affect India's right in the Exclusive Economic Zone (EEZ) for fishing, exploration of gas, etc. Former Additional Solicitor General (ASG) P.S. Narasimha, who headed India's legal team during the initial stages of the case before the International Tribunal for the Law of the Sea. The EEZ is a sea zone prescribed under the United Nations Convention on Law of Seas, UNCLOS, and extend up to 200 nautical miles (370 kilometers) from the coastline of the country. The UNCLOS is an international agreement that defines the rights and responsibilities of nations with regard to their conduct and use of world seas and oceans and management of marine natural resources. As per Article 56 of UNCLOS, every country has sovereign rights within the EEZ, including the right to exploit natural resources, living or non-living. The incident of shooting at Indian fisherman in 2012 happened within the EEZ. Despite that, the arbitral tribunal came to the conclusion that Italy has not violated India's sovereign rights. The tribunal's observations should be seen in the context of the specific incident of Enrica Lexi, wherein it held that a vessel can take action to protect itself from what it assumed was an attack by pirates. Narasimha said, the tribunal's ruling does not impact India's rights in the EEZ for fishing, exploration of gas, fishing in any manner whatsoever. The tribunal's observations on Italy having violated India's sovereign rights are limited to the extent of stating that a vessel has a right to protect itself from potential piracy attacks, including in the EEZ of another state. These observations are only a reflection of the rights vested in a country's vessel to protect itself in certain circumstances and not in derogation of the coastal state's rights in the EEZ, he said. Kerala CM writes to PM Modi seeking trial in Italy of Marines who killed 2 fishermen. Narasimha made it clear that the finding of the tribunal need not be categorized as Italy not having violated India's sovereign rights at all. The tribunal, he said, recorded in clear terms that India has the freedom of navigation in the high seas and that Italy has acted in breach of India's freedom of navigation. The tribunal has only held that in the specific incident of the Italian vessel, which was otherwise traversing peacefully through the EEZ, the action taken by Enrica Lexi due to its supposedly bona fide assumption of a potential piracy event may not even have been in violation of India's sovereign rights in the EEZ. The tribunal's ruling only proceeds to examine whether a vessel is entitled to take defensive in the event of an attack in the EEZ of another country. To this particular question, it has answered in the affirmative, he said. This is Shreya and welcome to News World. Gangster Vikas Dubey was killed in an encounter after a road accident on Friday morning while being taken to Kanpur in Uttar Pradesh from Madhya Pradesh, where he was arrested yesterday, says the police. Vikas Dubey snatched the gun of a policeman and tried to run but was surrounded, the police said, asserting that they had tried to get him to surrender. Just an hour short of Kanpur, the car in which Vikas Dubey was being taken, one of three in police convoy, overturned on the rain-slicked highway and he tried to escape, the police said. He was shot dead like many of his accomplices who, according to the police, had also tried to escape from custody. The car overturned and policemen and the accused were injured. Then Vikas Dubey grabbed a gun from an injured policeman and ran. The police team caught up and surrounded him and tried to get him to surrender, but he refused and started firing. The police had to fire back in self-defense, the Kanpur police said in a statement. Vikas Dubey was injured and taken to a hospital. He died during treatment, said the statement. On the run since he organized the massacre of policemen at his village in Kanpur last Friday, Vikas Dubey was arrested dramatically yesterday at the famous Mahakal temple in Ujjain, Madhya Pradesh. He was spotted by temple security guards when he bought prasad and entered the temple. When he was confronted by the guards, he lashed out and was taken to the police. मैं विकास दुबे हूँ कानपुर वाला. I am Vikas Dubey, the Kanpur guy. He burst out, held by several Madhya Pradesh policemen. The manner of his arrest at a very public place and far from UP led to speculation that he had decided to turn himself in at a time and place of his choosing. Evading UP policemen on his trail for 5 days, Dubey had driven from Kanpur to Faridabad in Haryana, where he escaped from a hotel just before the police arrived. He then drove to Kota in Rajasthan and finally to Madhya Pradesh in a 1,500-kilometer journey. A petition filed in the Supreme Court last night had asked for security for the gangster and a CBI investigation into a series of encounter killings. 5 of Dubey's aides has been killed in the past few days. Hours before Dubey's arrest, 2 of his accomplices had been shot dead by Uttar Pradesh police in separate encounters. One of them, Prabhat, was arrested on Wednesday from the Faridabad hotel where Dubey had been sighted. On the way to UP, he allegedly snatched a pistol from a policeman trying to fix a flat tire and tried to run away when he was shot, the police said. Dubey's closet aide, Aman Dubey, was shot dead after he was chased down by the police to a village on Wednesday. Dubey, in his 50s, had over 60 criminal cases against him, including murder, kidnapping and extortion. His alleged links with the police and politicians helped him stay out of jail for years. Former Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav suggested in a tweet that his killing helped the UP government protect secrets that would have come out on the politician-criminal nexus. On Friday last night, a large team of policemen who went to Dubey's Bikru village to arrest him in an attempted murder case was caught by surprise when there was indiscriminate firing from rooftop. 8 policemen were killed in the ambush set up after the gangster was tipped off by a local police inspector. Dubey escaped with many of his men after the massacre. The UP administration tore down Dubey's house and launched a massive hunt for him. 2 policemen were arrested for allegedly helping him and over 60 local cops shunted out. Dubey's wife and son were found in Lucknow and were taken for questioning last evening.
और उसके बाद पुलिस पार्टी ने उसको चारों तरफ से घेर के कॉम्बिंग करके उसको आत्मसमर्पण कराने की कोशिश की, जिसमें उसने जवाबी फायरिंग किया और आत्मरक्षा में पुलिस ने जो गोलियां चलाई उसमें वो घायल हुआ है। कितनी गोलियां लगी? ये अभी मेडिकल जांच का विषय है। अभी हम लोग अंदर जाके पता करके आपको अपडेट करते हैं। हाँ, पुलिसकर्मी घायल हुए हैं, उसके बारे में हम आपको अभी अपडेट करेंगे। अभी हम लोग अस्पताल में हैं, अभी अपडेट करेंगे। जब अभियुक्त को जब लाया जा रहा था तो रास्ते में गाड़ी का एक्सीडेंट हुआ, गाड़ी पलट गई और उसी में उसने जो पुलिसकर्मी घायल हुए थे उनका पिस्टल छीन के भागने की कोशिश की और उसके बाद पुलिस पार्टी ने उसको चारों तरफ से घेर के कॉम्बिंग करके उसको आत्मसमर्पण कराने की कोशिश की, जिसमें उसने जवाबी फायरिंग किया और आत्मरक्षा में पुलिस ने जो गोलियां चलाई उसमें वो घायल हुआ है।
पहले वो ब्रॉड डेड थे, यहाँ पे जो है ब्रॉड डेड थे।
आत्मरक्षार्थ जवाबी फायरिंग की गई। उपरोक्त विकास दुबे घायल हो गया, जिसे तत्काल ही इलाज हेतु अस्पताल ले जाया गया, जहां इलाज के दौरान उसकी मृत्यु हो गई।
Animal rights activist and her team assaulted in Rani Bagh. A 33-year-old animal rights activist and founder of NGO Neighborhood Woof, Aisha Christina, was allegedly assaulted by locals in Outer Delhi, Rani Bagh area on Friday night. The police have registered a case and begun probe. Ms. Christina, who is impaneled by the North Delhi Municipal Corporation for sterilization of stray dogs, was visiting Rishi Vihar in Rani Bagh with her team when the incident happened. She said that she and her team were accompanied by a local for catching and sterilizing stray dogs in the area. There were some unfriendly dogs and we were about to catch the last one when a father-son duo came and started questioning one of my team members very rudely. He just told them that they can speak to me instead, she said. Subsequently, when Ms. Arsha asked the duo, they allegedly started shouting and abusing her and the team and questioned their work, saying, "We can even steal their children like this." The matter was aggravated when locals gathered and allegedly surrounded the team and vandalized their vehicle. They also heard them, "We ran for our lives, else they would have either killed us or at least thrashed us brutally," she said. Viral video, Ms. Christina bleeding, reached Azadpur police station, from where she did a Facebook live and alleged that she wasn't able to meet the senior police officers and a complaint wasn't being taken. The video went viral on social media. On Saturday, Ms. Christina lodged her complaint at Rani Bagh police station as the place of incident came under their jurisdiction. The police said that 3 PCR calls were received on Friday night regarding a quarrel between two parties, member of NGO and locals of Rishinagar. When the police reached the spot, they said it was revealed the member of NGO had come to catch stray dogs, and in view of late night hours, local residents inquired about their identities, on which a heated argument started and a scuffle followed, they said. The police claimed that members of the NGO tried to flee in their car and 3 locals were hit by the car who got injured. Medical examination of 4 members of NGO and 3 locals was conducted. The police said that based on Ms. Christina's complaint, a case under relevant sections was registered. Police procedures need to be more accessible and more awareness on animal birth control needs to be carried out for such incidents to stop, she said, adding that this is not the first time she has been assaulted.
Hi, this is Aisha again. We keep talking to you about the kind of stuff that happens to me. I'm standing outside the duty officer at Azadpur station. We have just been beaten up while we were catching dogs. Somebody came and spoke to our staff badly as usual. We are supposed to shut up and take this nonsense all the time. So when we decide to stand up and for our voice to be heard, this is what is done to us. This is Vipin state, okay? This is Abhishek state. This is Deepak state, and this is the state of our car. I am absolutely sick of the police right now. एक लौता चीज होता है jurisdiction. अभी मैं इस हालत में पहले ACP रानी बाग ऑफिस जाऊंगी. यहाँ मैं आजादपुर मेट्रो स्टेशन पे खड़ी हूँ और मैं रिक्वेस्ट कर रही हूँ कि मैं SHO से मिल सकती हूँ. फॉर सम रीजन हमें मिलने नहीं दे रहे हैं. सर, मैं प्लीज SHO से मिल सकती हूँ. आपके SHO यहाँ पे हैं? This is what happens. This is routine. This is now routine in our country. Okay? This is what we have become used to dealing with. It's nothing new. This is what happens all the time. And now, just watch. Okay? There are these conversations happening. This is how seriously we are taking it. This is what we deal with every single day.
For more updates, do like, share and subscribe News World and give